far from the warmth of the sun, beyond the orbit of the gas giants. A small moon circles Saturn in near silence. Enceladus is modest in size, easy to overlook against the immensity of its parent planet. Its surface gleams with fresh ice, brighter than almost any other object in the solar system, reflecting sunlight like polished snow. For centuries, a world like this would have been dismissed as frozen, inert, and lifeless. Yet Enceladus has become one of the most compelling places in the search for life beyond Earth, not despite its distance from the Sun, but because of the invisible forces acting upon it. At the heart of Enceladus's mystery is tidal heating, a process driven not by fire or radiation, but by gravity. As Enceladus orbits Saturn, it is caught in a continual gravitational tug-of-war. Saturn's immense mass pulls on the Moon, stretching it slightly as it draws closer, then relaxing it as it moves farther away. This constant flexing may be subtle on the surface, but deep within the Moon, it generates heat, slow, persistent, and powerful enough to reshape an entire world. Enceladus does not orbit Saturn alone. Its path is influenced by neighboring moons, particularly Dione, whose gravitational resonance keeps Enceladus's orbit slightly elongated rather than perfectly circular. This eccentric orbit is crucial. Without it, the tidal forces would weaken and the Moon would cool and freeze solid. Instead, Enceladus is perpetually kneaded by gravity, like a stress ball compressed and released over and over again for billions of years. The surface of Enceladus bears the marks of this hidden energy. Unlike many moons, it shows few impact craters, suggesting that its surface is continually renewed. Vast regions are smooth and young, resurfaced by material rising from below. Near the South Pole, the ice is fractured into long, parallel cracks, each stretching for hundreds of kilometers. These fractures, known as tiger stripes, are the most dramatic expression of tidal heating at work. From these fissures, Enceladus vents its interior into space. Jets of water vapor, ice grains, and organic molecules erupt continuously, forming towering plumes that arc hundreds of kilometers above the surface. These plumes were first observed by the Cassini spacecraft, and their discovery transformed Enceladus overnight. They provided direct evidence that liquid water exists beneath the ice, and that it is actively communicating with the surface. The material expelled from Enceladus does not vanish into space. Some of it falls back onto the Moon, refreshing its icy crust. Some escapes entirely, spreading out to form Saturn's E-ring, a vast, diffuse halo of ice particles that traces Enceladus's orbit. In this way, the Moon leaves a signature across the Saturnian system, marking itself as an active, dynamic body rather than a frozen remnant. Beneath Enceladus's icy shell lies a global ocean, tens of kilometers deep. This ocean is not warmed by sunlight, which barely reaches the Moon, but by heat generated within, heat produced by tidal flexing of both ice and rock. At the core of Enceladus is a rocky interior, fractured and permeable, allowing water from the ocean to circulate downward, interact with minerals, and return upward altered by chemistry and heat. Cassini's instruments detected microscopic grains of silica within the plumes, a discovery with profound implications. On Earth, such particles form when hot water interacts with rock at temperatures far higher than expected for a small icy moon. Their presence suggests hydrothermal activity on Enceladus's seafloor, warm vents where chemically rich water emerges from the rocky core into the ocean above. Hydrothermal vents are of special interest because, on Earth, they host some of the most ancient and resilient ecosystems known. In total darkness, life thrives by exploiting chemical gradients, feeding on energy released by reactions between water and rock. These environments require no sunlight, only liquid water, heat, and the right chemistry. Enceladus appears to possess all three. Tidal heating is the engine that sustains this environment. Without it, Enceladus's ocean would freeze over geological timescales, locking away water beneath kilometers of ice. With it, the ocean remains liquid, dynamic, and chemically active. Heat rises through the ice shell, thinning it near the South Pole and creating pathways for water to escape into space. The Moon's geology, chemistry, and potential habitability are all tied to this single, relentless process. What makes Enceladus especially compelling is not just that it may be habitable, but that it is accessible. The plumes offer a rare opportunity to sample an alien ocean without drilling or landing in extreme conditions. Cassini flew directly through these jets, analyzing their composition in real time. It detected water, carbon dioxide, methane, ammonia, and complex organic compounds, the building blocks of life as we know it. The presence of hydrogen in the plumes was particularly striking. Hydrogen is a potential energy source for microbial life, and its detection suggests ongoing chemical reactions between water and rock at the ocean floor. These reactions could sustain ecosystems for immense spans of time, independent of the surface environment. Enceladus forces a redefinition of habitability. Traditionally, scientists searched for life in the so-called habitable zone, the region around a star where liquid water can exist on a planet's surface. Enceladus lies far outside this zone, yet it demonstrates that habitability can arise from internal energy rather than external warmth. Gravity, not sunlight, becomes the critical factor. This realization expands the number of potential life-bearing worlds in the galaxy dramatically. Icy moons may be more numerous than rocky planets. Many orbit giant planets in cold regions far from their stars. Yet tidal heating could maintain subsurface oceans for billions of years. Worlds once dismissed as frozen and dead now emerge as prime candidates in the search for life. Enceladus also reveals the fragility of such environments. Tidal heating must be balanced carefully. Too little, and the ocean freezes. Too much, and the moon could become geologically unstable, its ice shell shattered beyond sustainability. Enceladus appears to exist in a narrow window where conditions are just right, a reminder that habitability is not a guarantee, but a temporary state shaped by orbital dynamics and time. The story of Enceladus is still unfolding. Future missions may return to sample its plumes with greater precision, searching for signs of biological activity, patterns, molecules, or isotopic ratios that cannot be explained by chemistry alone. Such a discovery would reshape humanity's understanding of life's place in the universe. Even if life is never found, Enceladus remains extraordinary. It is proof that small worlds can be complex, that ice can conceal oceans, and that gravity can act as a life-giving force. It challenges assumptions about scale, warmth, and the conditions required for biology. As Enceladus continues its endless orbit around Saturn, tidal forces stretch and release it with quiet persistence. Ice fractures open and close. Water circulates through rock and darkness. Plumes rise, carrying whispers of an unseen ocean into space. In the cold outskirts of the solar system, a small moon reminds us that energy finds a way to flow, even in darkness. That oceans can exist without sunlight, and that life, if it arises elsewhere, may do so not under alien skies, but beneath alien ice, powered by the steady pull of gravity and time.